Okay, so today we're making this delicious hot honey and garlic buttered corn on the cob. If you're a corn on the cob lover and you like a little spicy, I think you're gonna like this recipe. So the first thing we wanna do is start out with some softened butter. We're gonna add in some minced garlic cloves. So here's the thing, you're not gonna use the full bulb of garlic when you're making this recipe, so how do you store garlic? Really quickly, once you peel open that bulb, you're on borrowed time. So the rest of the cloves in that bulb are not gonna last as long once that bulb has actually been opened up. So what you can do is, what I like to do, take all the remaining bulbs, peel them. Be sure to check out my video on how you can quickly peel a whole bulb of garlic in just seconds. Peel those garlic cloves. Then you're gonna put them in white vinegar in the fridge. Stored that way, the garlic will keep for months, so you always have garlic on hand to use. Never store your garlic in oil. Never ever store your garlic in oil. Some minced oregano, some minced parsley. So let me just say really quickly here, so the finer the mince you have on these herbs, the better it'll be for the actual corn on the cob once you butter it, just to let you know. So after you add in those herbs, we're gonna add in our hot honey. And then we're just gonna take this and mix that mixture all together so it's all well combined. So just place it in a bowl or a ramekin and cover it and put it in the fridge and let it firm up. It should be in the fridge for about an hour. So are you a garlic lover like me? So I always double at least what the recipe calls for. I like things really garlicky. I would love to know like what some of your favorite garlic recipes are. Please let me know. Oh, and hey, if you love this recipe so far, give me a thumbs up. And stay tuned. I'm gonna show you how to store fresh herbs so they last for a really long time. That's coming up next. Okay, so how to store fresh herbs. The best way to store fresh herbs, since you're gonna be using some oregano and some parsley in this recipe, but probably not all of the oregano and not all of the parsley that you purchased, so how do you keep it around for longer? One of the best ways to do it, take those fresh herbs and store them like cut flowers. So just trim off the ends, put them in a jar with a couple inches of water. It's important to not submerge the leaves in water, you just want the stems. Put them in water, put them in the fridge, boom. Kept that way, stored like cut flowers, your oregano and parsley will last for a very, very long time. So this is a corn recipe, as you know, and we're gonna use fresh corn. The thing about fresh corn is you pretty much wanna cook it pretty much after you buy it. It doesn't last too long. The thing about corn is once it's picked, those sugars start to convert to starch and it just starts to lose moisture and dry out. So you can't really store corn for too long. I would only store it in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. You want to use it within those 3 days. Afterwards, it's just going to start to change. So here's the thing. Corn contains these compounds called prolamins, and what happens is as the sugar turns to starch and starts to diminish, those prolamins are bitter and it makes the corn as not as pleasant to eat. So the sooner you cook it from after it was picked, the better it's going to taste. So we're going to husk our corn, or shuck it, however you say it. I say husk, but I've had people give me about that. So we're gonna husk our corn, and the easiest way to do that is to use my microwave hack. So we're gonna take the corn and cut it on the side of the corn, the ear of the corn, where the stem was. And you wanna cut the corn at the sort of girthiest part of that corn. It's usually like an inch or two off the end. So just go ahead and cut all of the 6 ears of corn, and then we're gonna put them in the microwave and microwave them for about a couple minutes, since we're gonna be doing 6 at a time. But my microwave hack for corn is if you're just doing 1 ear of corn, it's for 30 seconds. You microwave it, and then boom, like that corn will just slide right out of the husk and the silks, and you have perfectly shucked corn ready to eat. So have you used this method, the microwave method, for removing husks? If you have, I'm curious to know if it's worked for you, or maybe you have a better method, one that you prefer. I'm definitely dying to know. So let me know what method you use to husk the corn. This is my preferred method. Oh, and by the way, I have a lot of food hacks, hundreds of food hacks that you can check out on my YouTube channel. Like just go ahead and click that playlist link and boom, you can just see all of the food hacks that I have. And if you like food hacks and cooking like I do, this is a great time to subscribe. Okay, so here's what I found the best way to cook corn. It's this hack sous vide method. What you wanna do is bring 4 quarts or more of water to a boil in a large pot that can hold all 6 ears of corn. Bring that pot to a boil. Once it's boiling, we're gonna add in our jalapeños. And then we're gonna add in our ears of corn. Here's the thing. You never want to add salt to the water. Salt will actually toughen up the corn kernels and make it unpleasant. So don't salt the water. If you had the corn in the fridge longer than 3 days, or you're just maybe not convinced it's gonna be sweet enough, you can add a little bit of sugar too to the water. That'll actually help sweeten the corn. That's why we're adding jalapeños. We're gonna kind of spice up the corn internally along with our hot honey butter. So after you add the corn to the pot, you wanna cover the pot and then turn off the heat and let it sit there for at least 10 minutes. That's how long it's gonna take to cook the corn. But you can actually have it sit there for up to 30 minutes. Either way is fine. We're doing a little bit of a hack sous vide method here. After the corn is cooked, go ahead and remove it from the pot, let it dry off a little bit. Hopefully by now the butter is firmed up enough that you can easily spread it onto your corn on the cob. So just take that hot honey and garlic butter that you created and put it in the fridge and just spread it out over all of the ears of corn until they're just really evenly coated and just drenched in delicious, yummy, indulgent honey butter. Can't go wrong with honey butter, right? So then I'm just gonna finish it off with a little bit of remaining chopped up parsley, and boom, you are good to go. That's how you make this delicious, yummy, hot honey and garlic buttered corn on the cob. I think you're gonna love this recipe, but I definitely wanna know. I'm just gonna sit here and eat some while I talk to you and this video ends. So hey, I'd love to know what you think of this recipe. What do you think of the flavor profile? What would you change to make it your own? Let me know, I definitely wanna know. And I release new videos every single Thursday, from recipes to food hacks, so stay tuned for that too. And if this is your first time watching and you like this recipe, please subscribe. And do me another favor, check out that bell icon next to the subscription button so you don't miss out on any of the new videos that I release. And I'll see you guys next time.